चल हो जा शुरू।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
All right, welcome friends to the Sunday edition of Versus, in which we are going to focus on a story that's been panning out since morning when Rahul Gandhi waded into a territory, a familiar territory for him, but seems like had gone dormant after the June 4 results. Even the Prime Minister quipped in his victory speech that whether EVM issue is dead or alive, we don't know, because the kind of results that came, everyone should have become doubly sure that EVMs are integral to India's success with democracy. And now, shooting from the shoulders of a report in a newspaper in Mumbai, Rahul Gandhi, also tagging Elon Musk, comes back to the issue of EVMs, calling them black boxes. What's the issue? Look at this package to understand. Then I come back on the other side to discuss in this versus format between the BJP and the Congress.
2 weeks after the 2024 election results, the debate over the electronic voting machines is back in public domain. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi is back with his EVM raga, raising serious concerns about transparency in the election process. In a post on social media platform X, Rahul said that EVMs in India are a black box and nobody is allowed to scrutinize them. Rahul further said, democracy ends up becoming a sham and prone to fraud. But it all began when Tesla CEO Elon Musk, in a post on X, talked about eliminating the EVMs, citing high risk of machines being hacked by humans or AI. Former Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar countered Elon Musk, saying that US uses internet-connected voting machines while the Indian EVMs are factory program controlled. The BJP also hit out at Rahul Gandhi for raising doubts over the EVMs and questioned his selective approach.
One recalls the days of booth rigging when you used to have paper ballots. Now in the age of EVMs, when freely, fairly people can cast their votes, the Congress party, despite winning elections from time to time in states also, continues with this narrative. This shows that the only agenda they have is an agenda of negativity.
जब वे चुनाव हारते हैं तो ईवीएम पर ठीकरा फोड़ते हैं, जब वे चुनाव जीतते हैं तब वे ईवीएम की बात नहीं करते। कर्नाटका के अंदर, तेलंगाना के अंदर चुनाव जीते तो ईवीएम के बारे में कोई चर्चा नहीं। आज नेशनल इलेक्शन में उनकी सीटें कम आई, लोगों ने उनको मत नहीं दिया और मोदी जी को मत दिया और मोदी जी सरकार बनाकर चला रहे हैं, तो उनको इसमें दिक्कत हो रही है।
Rahul Gandhi has backed Musk's views, but the big questions now are, did Congress retain Raebareli and Wayanad due to faulty EVMs? Did Congress win back Amethi due to faulty EVMs? The grand old party has a lot to answer.
Social media platform X CEO Elon Musk today ignited a heated debate on the EVM, where Elon Musk raised concerns and flagged there are the hacking concerns in the electronic voting machine and they should be eliminated. While the rebuttal came from the former IT minister and the BJP leader Rajiv Chandrasekhar, where he stated that these are the sweeping generalization and there is no factual basis to the allegations which are being leveled by Elon Musk, thus the ex-CEO. But this didn't stop here. Elon Musk was backed by Congress MP Rahul Gandhi and also Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav, who waded into the row and made these statements that yes, EVM could be tempered and they could be hacked. Rahul Gandhi called EVM a black box, while Akhilesh Yadav stated that ballot papers now should be used in India but not the EVMs. He stated that the electronic and the technology mogul, if Elon Musk is stating that, then there's some reality to it.
All right, George Kurian joins us, leans towards the Congress party, and in a bit we would have Shaina NC also joining in to represent the BJP. But till that happens, let me begin with you, George Kurian. Please tell us, going by what Rahul Gandhi has said today, is his victory in Raebareli and Wayanad a product of EVM hacking?
Well, Abhishek, thanks for picking up this topic for your discussion at this point in time. I'm confident that, be it the Congress party or be it our alliance partners, time and again we have been raising this alarm about the electronic voting machines. That is, elections are carried out across India in elections. And we have learned that the Election Commission doesn't give much importance to the alarm, to the issues that we are raising up and the complaints that we are raising up with regards to EVM machines being manipulated and things like that. There is no way that the opposition party or be it the alliance partners are, given an opportunity to, prove ourselves that, we believe that the EVM machines can be manipulated with respect to votes. And be it the Congress party or be it our leader Rahul Gandhi are not trying to latch on to Elon Musk's tweet, and we don't want any help in that regard because we ourselves are, capable enough to raise our concerns in the larger interest of the people of India, and we will keep doing that. And we're also confident once we come back to power anytime sooner or later, we will ensure that we will return back to paper ballots, and also if that's not possible, then we'll ensure that VVPAT 100% VVPAT trials also will be counted.
George Kurian, you did not answer my question. What about the victory in Raebareli and Wayanad? Is it because of EVMs or despite EVMs?
Well, it goes without saying, Abhishek, you know what I'm trying to say. Because the Congress party, from day one, we were confident that we would surpass 290 along with our alliance partners, but that didn't happen. So we were limited to 99, and with our alliance partners about 230, 234, which was not expected as far as India and the Congress party is concerned. But having said that, we respect the mandate that has come to us, and we also understand that the people are not happy.
No, you either respect the mandate or don't respect the mandate. You either respect the mandate or don't respect the mandate.
Abhishek,
you can't have it both ways.
So confident about, they have the mandate and the people vote for them. Why don't they bring paper ballot? We are open for that.
The other way of looking at it is, George Kurian, and Shaina NC is now live with us, and she represents the view of the BJP. Shaina NC, we are discussing in the light of the post by Rahul Gandhi on EVMs, the coming back of EVMs into the debate about June 4 verdict. Now, George Kurian is not giving a direct answer as to whether the Raebareli win or the Wayanad win are because of EVMs or despite of EVMs. But my question is, Shaina NC, that despite all the clarifications, despite the EVMs proving their efficacy and their integrity time and again, and despite the fact, interestingly, Shaina NC, that on June 4 and afterwards, nobody bothered to rake in the issue of EVMs because they knew in their heart that the verdict is clear, unambiguous. And the EVMs have contributed to the success. And that's why even Prime Minister quipped that we don't know whether the EVMs or the issue is dead or alive. And now, because someone like an Elon Musk has tweeted or posted in a certain context, in the context of the United States, which follows a very different system, Rahul Gandhi is sort of piggybacking on it because he does not have the courage to morally own up the verdict himself. Right, Shaina NC?
It's quite shocking how the Congress party behaves. This dilly-dallying, sometimes they will say, oh, EVMs are faulty. Sometimes they will say when the narrative is that, EVMs can be hacked when there are hackathons, which the Election Commission invites every single party to participate in. So it clearly shows that these are fake claims and our EVMs have been customized. Our EVMs are tried, tested, and are privy to the fact that we are the largest democracy in the world, the largest successful democracy in the world. Now, I want to ask Mr. Rahul Gandhi, up until the exit polls, they constantly went on faulty EVMs, etc. And now, after the result, June 4th were the results. And up until then, there was not even a hue and cry on EVMs because obviously from 50 to be up to 99 is testimony to the fact that they believe in this free and fair practice. If there had been some area of doubt or concern, it should have been us who were trying to raise these points, and we chose not to. And we do believe that our election commission works in a free and fair way, as does the rest of this democracy of ours. In a country like India, with 140 crore Indians and multiple opinions, you have to be graceful, sir, to raise the fact and accept the fact that victory and defeat are the diktat of the people of India and not that of anybody else. To hell with Elon Musk or anybody else, because they are only playing conspiracy theory for their own countries. If he talks about EVM elimination for his country, does not mean that practice which is tried and tested and where we believe in a free and fair practice of electioneering. And as we have seen in this result, if at all it should have been us who tried to have this kind of claim. We're not raising any concern because it's tried, tested and beyond doubt.
Shaina,
Yes.
you know, Elon Musk is prone to taking political positions. You know, he is an entrepreneur who does not mind taking sides. So it's possible he's taking sides, even otherwise. His comment on EVMs is in the context of American EVMs, which, even by the way, even those EVMs are not connected to the internet per se, but they are more like an Ethernet connection where the machines are connected internally. So to that extent, they can be compromised. Not so in the case of India, where the Indian EVMs, George Kurian, even by a chief election commissioner who was more inclined towards the Congress, you know, even he, I'm not taking names, even he once said that these EVMs are more like dumb calculators. These are not smart computers. Once a chip is burnt, it is burnt, it cannot be reprogrammed, you can't tinker with it. And so far as this particular Mumbai story is concerned, George Kurian, the fact of the matter is that you can't connect the EVMs with a Wi-Fi, with an OTP, otherwise you would have seen examples of that happening during the election cycle, which obviously did not happen. So obviously, Rahul Gandhi is just fishing in troubled waters based on a wrong, motivated perhaps report in that Mumbai newspaper.
And also please ask then what happens to Wayanad and Amethi? Does he believe that...
He's not answering that. George Kurian is refusing to answer that. What happens to Wayanad and Raebareli and even Amethi?
Well, let me come to your question with respect to Raebareli and Wayanad and Amethi. See, the Congress party was from day one, very, as I said earlier, we were confident that, you know, we will win with a huge margin, and that's what happened, and that's for everyone to see. It's in public domain. Coming to the EVM machines, from the Congress party or be it the India Alliance partners, we strongly believe that, you know, there has to be a free and fair election that needs to be carried out in the larger interest of the people. In the people of India, they believe that, you know, they want to come back to paper ballot. What's the point? I mean, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Modi government, you know, they are so confident they have done so much of good work in the last 10 years. Why not? Why are they afraid of coming back to paper ballot? We are open to that. You know, we are confident that, you know, they haven't done much. There is a strong undercurrent for the Congress party, and so that, you know, they want to come back to power. So they are worried about, you know, so they are keeping this because it's a manipulation. All electronic voting machines are, you know, can be hacked or can be manipulated.
They can't be hacked, they can't be manipulated. I have to intervene here and not let you peddle lies and mistruths, George Kurian. No Indian EVM, I can't speak for EVMs outside, but in India, EVMs can't be hacked, they can't be reprogrammed, they can't be manipulated in any manner. Now, as we speak, George Kurian, in fact, I have a pop-up on my phone, which is a clarification coming in from the Election Commission. And this is attributed to the returning officer of the Mumbai Northwest constituency, George Kurian. And it clearly says that the incidents being reported in the newspaper is about unauthorizedly using a mobile phone of an authorized person by a candidate's aide. Criminal case has already been filed, and remember, the criminal case has been filed by the Election Commission, following which the report has come out. Not because somebody found or smelt a scam. It is purely a procedural thing where, while under the Act, relevant rules, you are not allowed to carry a mobile phone. The person carried a mobile phone, and for which the Election Commission has already lodged a complaint. Obviously, you are trying to create a mountain out of no molehill. And obviously, Rahul Gandhi is again perhaps addressing his foreign audience, trying to malign Indian democracy nth time, George Kurian.
No, Abhishek, that's not true.
May I say something?
That,
I'll come to you. I'll come to you, Shaina.
Had there not been an electronic voting machine that elections were carried out, I'm sure the Bharatiya Janata Party would have been decimated below 200. So that's a truth, and because there is absolutely no undercurrent for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
China EVMs will only function according to George Kurian and the Congress Party if the BJP gets less than 200 seats. Shaina, George Kurian says the proof of EVM's integrity would be only when the BJP is dragged below 200 seats.
The Congress Party has foot and mouth disease. Every time they make a comment and they have these kind of analogies saying black box and nobody's allowed to scrutinize is utter nonsense. The Election Commission, Abhishek, invited every political party in the country, big, small, otherwise, to actually show the process of EVMs and how tight and foolproof the measure is, and the process being raised about transparency in electoral process was also addressed by the Election Commission of India. Every time you make these loose cannon comments, you're questioning the democracy, and it becomes a scam, a fraud, when you have lack of accountability. But it becomes a scam and a fraud when you question the institutions that are working tirelessly and flawlessly for this great democracy of ours. So please understand, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and please understand, Georgie, this is not a concern that you're raising, which is valid. If they're trial tested and the foolproof measures are in the public domain, we have accepted the mandate. We had expected 400 plus. We didn't get into any conspiracy theory when we got 240. You from 50 have gone up to 99. You should have the grace to accept victory and defeat as the intelligent electorate of India. And that electorate cannot be questioned. And the process and agencies that are working tirelessly, crores of election officers through the length and breadth of this country, 7 phases of elections, and there you call it a black box in our democracy. Come on.
It's a black spot on the kind of politics that's being practiced, is the only thing I can say. George Kurian, it's almost like the Congress leadership is intellectually challenged. Because see, the news report says that the person who carried mobile phone inside the counting booth was counting or was adding to votes using an OTP. He was opening the EVMs using his mobile phone and an OTP insofar as postal ballots are concerned. And because the candidate in Mumbai Northwest won because of postal ballots by 48 votes only, there is a connection between that mobile phone use of OTP, EVMs and the victory. But the Election Commission clearly says that so far as postal ballots are concerned, George Kurian, the counting happens in physical form, paper ballots. The Election Commission is buttressing your claim. You want paper ballots? The victory in Mumbai Northwest was because of paper ballots, the postal votes. And there is no connection whatsoever of any electronic medium like a mobile phone, the EVM, and the postal ballots. For God's sake, stop lying, stop manipulating, George Kurian.
Abhishek, is it not true that the amount of votes polled and when the EVMs were opened up and the total tally of the EVMs, there was a description with regards to that. So there are many cases which has come in the public domain. So these are the reasons why it makes us believe that EVMs can be manipulated. And what's the harm in bringing back paper ballot? This is the least that as an opposition party of the Congress Party.
But you see, this particular episode is actually about paper ballot only. George Kurian, are you making sense to yourself? You are right. Maybe paper ballot frequency through the VVPAT mechanism can be increased. It's already there and it has not misfired till date. But in this particular instance, which you are using as a subterfuge to attack the EVMs, it's actually the paper ballot which has made the candidate win, not the EVM.
Abhishek, let me reiterate for the benefit of your audience, the Congress party as a principal opposition party, and we will remain a strong opposition in the parliament. We respect the mandate of the people that has come to us from 50 to 99. Having said that, we were confident we would have surpassed 290 plus along with our alliance partners. That didn't happen, so we still, hope that, the Election Commission of India will take cognizance of the entire thing, and going forward, if paper ballot is brought to for election purposes, we'll welcome that move, and we'll request the Bharatiya Janata Party at this point in time.
I don't know, George Kurian, you are missing
paper ballot for the larger interest of the people of India. So
of course, everything happens in the larger interest of the people of India, but then to treat people of India as if they don't have the wisdom and the smarts to understand what's happening is not right. Okay, last one, quickly, Shaina NC, before I wrap up.
When you have jaundice eyes and you view everything with suspect, you go into the sing-song. Sometimes EVMs are good, sometimes EVMs are bad, sometimes you're silent, sometimes you say that you're questioning the wisdom of the voter, sometimes you're questioning the wisdom of the Election Commission, sometimes you're questioning the wisdom of your opposition. I think that please just focus on a vision plan and don't waste your time on unnecessary deliberation when an election is over, 5 years down, focus on the next as we have done. And my limited piece of advice to the Congress party, it's all very well to be at the mercy of your leader, but have your own IQ to understand what is right and what is wrong, and believe in what the Election Commission has said.
Obviously, in fact, the Election Commission, apart from issuing the clarification, has also issued a notice to the newspaper to apologize and publish a clarification. I believe that should put the matter to rest. On that note, I thank both Shaina NC and George Kurian for joining us in this conversation. And friends, the voters and the viewers won't miss the irony. It was Rajiv Gandhi who, I believe in 1988 or 89, amended the Representation of People's Act to make EVMs legal and part of India's democracy. And today we have his son, Rahul Gandhi, despite Congress coming back in many ways into the contest this general election, questioning the legitimacy of EVMs yet again. People would not, of course, miss the irony. On that note, we come to an end to this conversation and this edition of Versus.